Hi there, boys and girls. Today we have another set of phonograms, and I'm hoping you're finding ways to use this information with your spelling list. I know lots of the spelling lists have these different phonograms on, and your words might be a little bit different, but once you learn the pattern, you can then apply it to different words that you may have or that you may need to learn how to spell, okay? Today we're using our blue tips for our consonant sounds. Then you see my orange tip for the digraphs. Then we're not using our vowel tip right now for this lesson, but we're going to be using our vowel team. Okay, so I'll be contrasting the phonograms with the vowel team. And the phonogram sound that we're listening for is ear. Okay, there'll be different spellings that you'll hear later, but ear, like your ear, okay? And then we'll be contrasting them with the vowel team E, okay? That we'll hear E. So we'll be listening for E or ear, and our pattern is ear that we're listening for. Our first word is near. Please don't get too near me. Ear, near, okay? Here we go. So, that's our simple consonant. And then I hear ear, okay? Ear. That is our phonogram. Ear, okay? It's stretched, it's kind of a little bit of two sounds, ear, but they smooth right together, okay? Near, okay? Listen to this one. See if this matches our pattern. And what if I said neat, okay? The bookshelf is very neat. Somebody put all the things back correctly. Eat. Well, I very clearly hear an E sound. I'm not hearing the ear. So I would say E. I would use my vowel team tip for, and then I hear a consonant sound ending that. Eat. Neat. Okay, so that one does not fit our pattern. Okay? Here's another word that would follow our pattern. Here, as in come here. Come here. Okay? So I hear ear. There's our consonant, and then that is our phonogram pattern. Here. You'll find when we start to put in our letter tips, you will find that there are some homonyms in this as well, just like there was with the last phonogram. Okay? All right. So what about if I said the word, this is a good one, sphere, 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 okay? A sphere is that circle shape, the sphere, like a ball shape, okay? It's kind of a funny beginning, sphere. So I definitely hear the s, then I hear the f, and I know some of you might be saying, well, that's another consonant, right? Well, I happen to know that what we're hearing next is actually a consonant digraph, okay? I know that there's two letters that go there to say the sphere sound, sphere. And you might already know what that is, okay? Ear. And I hear the ear. This is a good time where I think we should change and now add in our phonogram spelling chip. So we'll move the sound chip away, and I'll put that right there, because I think some of you might be familiar with the spelling of the word sphere, since it's a math word, okay? So I'm going to start by figuring out the first part of sphere. Well, we all know we hear this, and has anybody figured out which consonant digraph it is by now? Sphere. Yes, it is the PH working together to make the sound in there. Sphere. And so now we have a choice. These both say the same thing. So this is a memorizing part. Sphere is going to be using this phonogram, okay, the E-R-E. And I'll write that over the two boxes, okay? Sphere. Sphere. A sphere is a circle, that ball shape, sphere, okay? Let's try this word since we're kind of on words that sound similar. It's not exactly a homonym, but it does sound similar. How about the word spear? Spear. I threw a spear into the dirt. It's like a pointed arrow, a spear, okay? Ear. ear, spear, okay? So now, let's write it. So I did not have a digraph at the beginning. I heard a sp. So that is with the letter S and the P, sp. Any thoughts on which one of those it would be? If you are kind of familiar with the word, you might already know, but it is the E-A-R. So spear, this kind of a spear, is spelled with the E-A-R for the phonogram. So notice that if we're not being careful when we're reading, there might be people that would read this word as spear and this word as spear. But this word really is sphere, okay? This is kind of not a p sound, is it? Sphere. So it's very important that your eyes are focusing and looking at all of those letters. I know that's a surprise. I'm sure you've never heard me say that, right? Kind of all the time I am saying that. All right, let's try another. What about the word hear? This is the kind of hear that you do with your ear, okay? Let's see. If we're going to stretch that out, we would just be ear, okay? And I'm sure you have all figured out the trick for remembering the hear, how it's spelled, the one that means you hear with your ear. Okay, so of course there's the H. And then the ear, for this kind of hear, is the word that actually says ear, okay? So if you've had trouble trying to figure out which hear to use when you want to talk about when you can hear something, it's the one where the ear is hiding in it, okay? That's contrasted with the other kind of hear, which uses the other phonogram, like over here, come over here, okay? They both sound the same, but this means something different. So it's very important when we're writing to make sure if we are writing a word that is a homonym, that you have the correct way to write it, okay? Okay, so that's the word hear. All right, what if we said the word, here's a good one, fears, fears. I have no fears. I don't know, that would be a rare person. Lots of people have different things that they're afraid of. Fears, let's stretch that out. Ears, okay? Remember, I heard that ending down there, ears. So I hear the, and then my next one was ear, so that is the phonogram. Okay, so we're gonna move that right down there. But I heard fears, so I have the ending. Okay, I have another sound on the end. Then if I were to write fears, again, this is where you have to make that decision. If you're just writing and it's your first draft, just choose one and move on and then come back and fix it when you find the correct one. But if you're working for a spelling test or trying to proof something, then you've got to do the right one. So who has an idea? Is it E-R-E or E-A-R? It's E-A-R. And this is just trying to remember what you've seen before. Sometimes, if you don't know, you might choose one of those and then think, that just doesn't look right. Let me try the other way. And then that will give you the right answer. Of course, I needed the S on the end for my word fears. Okay? Let's just try one more. How about the word, an unusual word. Let's do smear. Smear. I'm going to smear some paint on the table. Smear. Okay? Let's stretch it out. Smear. I heard 3 sounds. S, the consonant, another consonant, and then ear as my phonogram. Okay? Start thinking. How would I write smear? Okay? Let's see. What if I don't know? Let me just write this. Maybe it's the E-R-E. Kind of looks funny to me. Let's try the other one. Smear. Of course, they sound the same. I don't know. That just looks better. And that is the way you would spell it. It's smear. So when you see the ear phonogram on your list, on your spelling list, you're going to have to pay close attention to the ones that are spelled like an ear, or the ones that are spelled the E-R-E, which means like come here. Okay, those are the two different ways. Okay, all right. I hope you have fun with this new information.